Hello to channel students, welcome back to chapter 1 applications of matrices and determinants. Today we are going to see exercise 1.6 test for consistency and if possible find equations by rank method. Okay, so before going into our rank method, what we are going to do is we are going to consider this cuboid, this box. You take any box of cuboid shape. Okay, this is going to be one side, this is second side, and this is third side. This represents the first equation, this represents the second equation, and this represents the third equation. It is a three-dimensional. Okay, these equations lie on the plane, so I am taking this as first plane, second plane, and third plane. Now this is the point where all the three meets. Okay, so this only, if it has a unique solution, means we will get this point. Okay, we will see what is happening after. So imagine this as the first equation. 1 is the first equation in the first plane, this is second plane, and this is the third plane. Okay, we will see. Now for finding out the consistency, whether it is consistent or inconsistent, what will we do? We will write the Ax equal to B and take our augmented matrix Ax equal to B and take the augmented matrix A comma B and reduce it to row echelon form. Okay, and then we will see how many non-zero rows are there, and according to that we will decide whether it is consistent or inconsistent. So for consistent, I have given you the hints here. Rank of AB equal to rank of A equal to number of unknowns. How many unknowns we have got in this? 3. Okay, X, Y and Z. So if they are all equal, then it is consistent and it has unique solution. So this only here I will explain with this example. If they meet at a point, okay, they will have a unique, they can meet only at one point here, isn't it? They cannot meet anywhere else. So this is only called as consistent with unique solution. Unique means only one. And then second condition in that, suppose if this does not satisfy, when it will not satisfy, when rank of AB is equal to rank of A, but it will be less than the unknown. Less than the unknown means we have got 3, it can be 2. If it is 2, for one variable you have to substitute a real number or t, and you can give the values of real number. And if it is 1 is also less than 3, then it is called as 2 parameter family. You will substitute for 2 variables some constants, okay, which belongs to real number. And what is the condition for inconsistent? Rank of AB is not equal to rank of A. Then we can say it is inconsistent and has no solution. And to reduce to row echelon form, I have already given you the hints. Below the principal diagonal, all the elements should be reduced to 0, and the 0 should be in the increasing order starting from the second row onwards. Okay, and when you are reducing it to 0 in the first column, you will get a help of row 1. In the second column, you will get a help of row 2. And the first element of the augmented matrix should be 1. If at all you don't get 1 there, it's okay. You can proceed with the whatever numbers they have given, whatever coefficients they have given. Okay, so we'll go into this. We'll write our Ax equal to B. This is our first equation, second equation, and our third equation. Okay, so 1 minus 1, 2, 2, 1 and 4, 4 minus 1, 1. This is going to be our A. Okay, and our unknowns X, Y and Z equal to our B, the constants on the right hand side. They are all on the right hand side, so we will not make any change. It is 2, 7 and 4. Now you write your augmented matrix A comma B. Okay, what is our A comma B? 1 minus 1, 2 and 2, 2, 1, 4 and 7, 4 minus 1, 1 and 4. Drop the line to show it is augmented matrix. Now our first step is to reduce the below this one, this first element below, we are going to reduce these two into zeros. For that you are going to get the help of R1. So first you get the R2 minus, here it is 2. So you are going to multiply by 2 R1. Okay. Similarly for R3, you are going to subtract R3 minus 4 R1. Okay. So when you write R2, 2, 1, 4 and 7, 2 into R1 is 2 minus 2, 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 2, 4, and you have to change the sign because they are of the same sign and you are subtracting it. So equal and opposite, so cancel and 0. These are same sign 3. These are also equal and opposite, so cancel and 0, and 7 minus 4 gives you 3. So this is going to be our row 2. Similarly, row 3, 4 minus 1, 1 and 4. 4 into R1, 4 minus 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 2s are 8. Here also you have to change the sign. So minus plus minus minus. Opposite and equal, so 0. This is 4 minus 1, 3. 1 minus 8 minus 7. 4 minus 8 is going to give you minus 4. These two are the greater number, so minus sign. And this is going to be our R3. Now you write our equivalent matrix. First row remains the same, no changes in it. Second row 0, 3, 0, 3. Third one 0, 3, minus 7 and minus 4. And drop the line in between. This is going to be our augmented matrix. Okay. Now we have to reduce the below this 3 as zeros. Okay. So you can directly subtract because both are equal, whatever same sign. So R3 are going to change it again. So R3 minus R2. Okay. What is our R3? 0, 3, minus 7, minus 4. And R2, 0, 3, 0 and 3. So change your sign. These are equal and opposite 0. This is minus 7 and this is also minus 7. Okay. Now you are writing your augmented matrix R3. This is also 0. Okay. So our equivalent matrix 1, minus 1, 2, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3. What is our third row? 0, 0, minus 7, minus 7. Okay, drop the line. This is going to be 0 and 3. Okay. Okay. This is our augmented matrix. We have got the zeros below the principal diagonal. This is our principal diagonal, isn't it? So below you have got the zeros. So we have reached our row echelon form. Okay, this is our row echelon form. Now we have to count the number of non-zero rows. AB, the whole matrix constitutes the AB, isn't it? This is our first non-zero row, second non-zero row, and this is our third non-zero row. What about our A? The only 3 cross 3. I'll write it on the left. This is first non-zero row, this is second non-zero row, and here is also an element, so this is 3. So you can write it as rank of AB equal to rank of A equal to 3, which is equal to number of unknown. Our unknowns is also 3, x, y, z. So when you get this condition, it is clear that it is consistent and has unique solution. Okay. So now you can consider this box. So this is the first plane, second plane and third plane. That is first equation, second equation, third equation, and they meet at a single point. So this is the condition I want to explain it to clearly. You can see this in 3-dimensional also using GeoGebra. So this point is called the meeting point. That is only the unique solution. So when the 3 planes intersect at a single point, okay, they are consistent and they have a unique solution. That is only one solution. Now we are going to find out the solution. Okay, for that you have to separate these two. Write in the format of AX equal to B, 1, 1, minus 1 and 2, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 7. This is going to be our A, and our X, X, Y and Z equal to our B from the reduced matrix 2, 3 and minus 7. Okay. Now we are going to use our back substitution method. So you are going to go from row 3. You multiply this row 3 into this column. X into 0, 0, Y into 0, 0. So minus 7 into Z, minus 7 Z equal to here minus 7. This one. So minus and minus get cancelled. 7 and 7 get cancelled, which implies Z equal to 1 is the solution. Now take your row 2 What is our row 2? X is also 0. So you are going to multiply this with the x, y, z. X is also 0, only you get 3y, and z is also 0, that is equal to 3. So cancel 3 and 3 because they are equal. Therefore y is also equal to 1. Okay. We got this. Now coming to our row 1. So what does row 1 gives us? X into 1x minus y into 1 minus y plus 2 into z equal to 2. Substitute for y and z, x minus y plus 2 into 1, 2 equal to, sorry, it is going to be 1, isn't it? Y into 1 gives you 1 and this is equal to 2. You can cancel this 2 and 2, or you can, instead of cancelling, we will add and then we'll do. Okay, 2 and 2. 2 minus 1 gives you plus 1 equal to 2. So when you take this 1 to the side, it becomes minus 2 minus 1 equal to 1. So x is also equal to 1. So our solution set is x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 and z equal to 1 is the solution set we have found by reducing to row echelon form and using the rank. Okay, this is called as test for consistency, and consistency you can easily understand using this cuboid box. You take a cuboid box, whatever cuboid box you get, it can be a pencil box, it can be of any box which comes for the match boxes or something in a cuboid. So when you take the three planes, they are intersecting at a single point. This is a correct example for this. Okay, so when they intersect at a single point, they are consistent and they have unique solution. Okay, this is the solution for this problem. Thank you.